So here we have Teddy, and for this part of his go home video, we are working on his leash walking. You can see that he's walking with the cart. He is a little behind me, but that is okay. I'd much rather him be stepped behind than out in front of me. If Teddy were to go out in front of me, I would say easy and let him hit the end of the leash and wait for him to come back and give me that slack I like. So as you see, he walks to my left side, nice loose leash, and when I change direction, I say, this way. Yes, good boy. And I back that up with positive mark words. This way. Good boy. So if Teddy were to go out in front of me, let's see if he will. He may not. Let's see. Easy. Let him hit the end of that leash and wait till he comes in, just like that. And then we continue walking. And that is the reward. I can give him some treats and praise. Good boy. But using those positive marker words mean a lot to him and reinforce that he's doing exactly what I want him to do. Now, when it comes to him grabbing the leash, he does not always do this, but it is a typical puppy antic to do. So what I do is I put the leash a little bit behind him, just like that. As you see, the collar is a little big, but Teddy sticks right with me and walks so nicely on the leash. The collar size being a little big is not the end of the world on this field trip. Another thing I could do if Teddy were consistently grabbing the leash is take a treat, lure him away from the leash, and again putting that leash behind him, and then luring him with that treat for a few steps, and then rewarding. This way it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Teddy, sit. For this part of Teddy's go home video, you can see that we are working on his kennel and weight. So in a moment here, I'll start over. We toss a treat in. I tell him kennel. I wait till he finishes his treat and his focus is on me. Then when he's settled, I say wait, opening the door and giving that okay, which is the universal release word. So here we will do it again, tossing a treat in, telling him kennel. It's important to make sure his focus is on me before that next command, otherwise he's distracted and doesn't hear it. Once given that wait command, I open the door and I say okay. With time and practice, and maturity, of course, because he is still very young, you can work up the amount of time that Teddy holds the weight. Right now, we were just focusing on having him not push on the door or trying to prematurely barge his way out. We want to instill good manners, and that is a great thing that this wait command does, as we also utilize it when walking across streets or through doorways. Here you can see Teddy working on his sits and downs. It's also important to mention that this video is not meant to show Teddy doing everything perfectly. Instead, it's supposed to show you how to work through those bumps in the road while he transitions to new owners as well as a new environment. So right now, Teddy isn't doing his sit like he usually does. Usually I'm able to stand straight up and just give that sit command and he sits. But this is really great for the purpose of a go home video. I can show you that luring. So here he did do it perfectly, but when he doesn't do that and he kind of stares at you like he doesn't want to sit, you may have to take a step back to those lure phases, which means I use that treat to entice the position. I let him nibble on the treat until his butt goes to the ground, and then I reward him. But as you can see, Teddy does no sit. We are still on the lure for down, but he is right on the right track. He is a very sweet and smart boy, so I'm very excited for you to meet him. For this next part of Teddy's go home video, we are doing his stays. So I lured him into a sit here, gave a flat open hand like a stop sign saying stay, and then okay. And okay is the universal release word. So again, going to get him into a sit. I used a lure again, but he didn't actually get into a complete sit, so I didn't give the stay. Now I'm giving him the stay. He has to follow through. And then the release word is okay. If Teddy were to prematurely break away, I would pick him up, take him back to the same spot, same position, and that's called follow through. And this will just show him that he has to do it, and if he breaks away prematurely, he still ends up back there until he hears that word okay. So he's doing really good with this. Nice short stays, and as you practice these with Teddy more and more, and as he matures and gets stronger with this, he will be able to hold his stays even longer.